kitchen. My name's Alexis and this is Ted, and we post 2 videos a week on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 7 AM. So if you love recipe videos like this one and you want to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And now we're going to share with you our delicious veggie burgers. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make my delicious veggie burgers. Now this recipe is really easy to do, and it's a brilliant recipe for winter because you can serve this with beans and it's really warming, but it's also a great recipe to have in summer as well. You can serve this with a salad too and it is still as delicious. It's also a great one to take with you as well, so you can make these burgers up and take them on a picnic, or you can have them as leftovers as well. They are really delicious as leftovers, I have to say. We're going to be having these for our dinner this evening, and while we were making them I thought I'd share the recipe with you. So here is how to make my delicious veggie burgers. First thing I've done is I've put a large pan of water onto a high heat and I'm just leaving this to boil. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some salt to that water. I think we're about to start boiling in a minute, so I'm going to start adding my vegetables to this now. So the water has started to boil, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my carrots into this, and I'm going to boil these for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add in my potatoes. So my carrots have been boiling away for about 5 minutes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the potatoes. So I peeled and chopped into chunky pieces the carrots, and I've also peeled and sliced and diced the potatoes as well. So I've got about 800 grams of potatoes here, but the beauty of this recipe is if you're only serving 2, or if you only want to make 2 portions of this, then obviously you can halve all the ingredients. Or if you want to make 3, then you can just put 3 portions in. Ow, ow, ow. So yes, I'm making this for 4. So my son, myself and my husband, but I'm going to have the leftovers tomorrow. So I'm just going to put that into the saucepan. I'm going to put the lid on again, and I'm going to bring this to the boil, and then I'm going to leave it to simmer for about 5 minutes. And you want the potatoes to be knifeful, not forkful. So you still want them to be slightly hard when you pick them up with the knife. While the potatoes are boiling away, they're boiling now, so I'm just going to turn the heat down slightly on those. While they're boiling away, I am going to prepare the other vegetables I want to use in these burgers. So I'm just put a large pan onto a high heat, and I'm just going to add a bit of oil to the base of that pan. And I'm going to leave that pan to heat up now. My pan is getting nice and hot now. I've put this onto a high heat on my hob. So I'm just going to add the onion to the base of the pan, like so. And I'm going to fry the onion until it starts to soften. My potatoes are cooked, so I'm going to just leave that on the hob for the moment and go back and show you my potatoes now. So the potatoes are cooked, so I'm just going to turn the heat off. And I'm going to get myself a knife and see if I can get one of these potatoes and show you what I mean. It has to be knifeful, not forkful. So if it falls off the knife, then they're cooked. That's perfect. So I'm going to put these through a colander, and I'm going to leave them to cool, and I'll go back to cooking my onions now. So I turn the heat down on these just so I didn't burn them, but I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit. And as I think I said, I'm going to fry these now until these start to become clear and see-through. So I'm just going to continue to fry these basically until they soften, really. That's what I'm going to do now. And I have now added in my yellow peppers as well. So I'm going to continue to fry all of this together now until the peppers start to soften as well. And this will probably take a good 5 minutes before the peppers start to soften. You are going to put them in the oven later, so they will soften then too. But I do like to fry them off and make them slightly soft. My son isn't a fan of vegetables, not the biggest fan of vegetables. So yes, I do like to make sure that these are quite soft so that he does eat them. But if you prefer them crunchier, then you don't have to fry these off for long. You can just fry them off for a couple of minutes. But I like to fry them until they start to soften. So the vegetables have started to soften now. I'm going to remove these from the heat and I'm going to leave these to cool as well. It's almost dinner time, so I'm going to preheat my oven to 200 degrees. Put the cooked potatoes back into the saucepan, and to that I'm going to add the cooked peppers and the cooked onions. And once I put these vegetables into the saucepan, I'm then going to add 1 teaspoon of dried mixed herbs, and the dried mixed herbs will give it a lovely sweetened flavour and just add a little bit more flavour to the vegetables as well. And then once I've added the dried mixed herbs, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of brown rice flour. I'm using rice flour because I have a slight gluten intolerance, but you can use any kind of flour you like. I would say 4 tablespoons is probably enough. It's just to make the potato cakes a bit, like the burgers, a bit more solid when you put them in the oven. So yes, I'm just going to add 4 tablespoons of rice flour to the mixture, and then once I've added the rice flour, I'm then going to add an egg, and the egg is to help combine all of the ingredients together, so it's helped to glue it all together and make the burgers stick. And then once I've added the egg, I'm going to add a little bit of pepper, black pepper. We only have a little bit of pepper in this house, and a pinch of salt as well. Salt and pepper to your taste, obviously. And then once I've added the salt, I'm then going to mash all of these ingredients together. Once all of the mixture is mashed together, I'm then going to divide the mixture into 4 parts, and from those parts I'm going to make burgers. So as you can see, I have just scooped out a part of the mixture with my spoon, and then I'm going to put it between my hands and I'm going to pat it down and make it into a burger shape, or a patty shape if you live in America. And then I'm going to put that onto a plate, and then once I've made all of the burgers, I'm going to put the plate into the refrigerator, and I'm going to refrigerate these burgers for a good couple of hours, and this is just to make them go hard. And then once I have refrigerated the burgers for a couple of hours, I will then put them into the oven and cook them off. The oven has preheated, and I have got my burgers here, and I'm going to put all 4 in, and I'll heat one up tomorrow for my lunch. But they have gone quite hard now, so that's perfect. That's just the way we want them, to put them in the oven. And now I'm just going to pop them into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until they go a lovely golden brown colour on top. The burgers are a lovely golden brown colour now, so I'm going to take these out and serve them for our dinner. The veggie burgers are done, so I'm just going to serve myself one, and I'm going to put some beans with that, and then I'm just going to give this a little try as well. It smells gorgeous in here, so I definitely want to try it before. What are you doing, mister? Someone's come to join me. That's really good.
Can I want some?
You want to try some? It's very hot though. Really nice. Potatoes really smooth, you can taste the vegetables, it's lovely, it's yummy. Yeah, good. So that is our dinner done. That's how you make my delicious veggie burgers, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. I'm serving this with some homemade baked beans, so I'll also link that recipe in the description box below too. This smells so good, we have to go and eat it now. So for now, that's it from us. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below, and please
don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's red and it's there.
See you all soon. Bye.